Will Dez Bryant be a bigger, have a bigger role, bigger part, bigger say-so, in the offense? Can this Dallas defense, step up? They're missing a lot of players. And on the flip side, the defense for the Giants should have a top 5 defense. Their biggest question is what's going to go on at their running game. They got 3 quality receivers. It looked like they got a nice tight end in Evan Ingram, but we'll see. And can Eli Manning not throw 50 million interceptions? And also is Odell Beckham good for week 1, which I think he still will play. So I don't think that's, a big thing. Ben said, reports say that this could carry on the whole year. Yep, that's what we were just saying, Ben. And Zeke may play this entire year. That's what I say. I said he could be just like Tom Brady, Ben, play this entire year. And then they may hit him with the games next year and he get it reduced or something like that. And then there's whatever after that. So, we'll keep our eyes on it, though. Lopan, did you have anything you wanted to say about Zeke not playing or playing? No, be quiet. You still mad at me? Lopan? Indeed. All right, Lopan. Come on, man. We gotta. You can't be acting like that, man. All right. I told you I needed some family time, man. Come on now. Be my boy, man. All right. Support me on this. So, Zeke Elliott will be playing this weekend. So, obviously, next week, after the game is said and done, we're going to talk about all the, things that happen in that game and what goes forward, from there on with this whole case. So, we'll keep an eye on that. But while we're doing that, we're going to take a break and then we'll come back and we'll get into a little bit more football news. Somebody's back in the house, back in the building. I wonder who that could be. We'll find out in just a moment.
Hey, what's up, sports fans? You're looking for a different type of sports talk show, something you haven't heard before? You got to check out the BS3 Sports Show every other Saturday on 2 Live Stews Radio, 1 p.m. Central Time, 2 p.m. Eastern. Sports talk at its finest. Always have great guests, playing some good hip-hop. You don't want to miss it. Make sure to tune in to the BS3 Sports Show every other Saturday at 1 p.m. Central Time, 2 p.m. Eastern.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Vince Wright, the sports governor from the great state of Minnesota. Join the rest of us sports zombies on 2 Live Stews Radio. That's right, the boys are back. Doug, Ryan, and the rest of us, including me, the sports gov of Minnesota, Vince Wright, also known to the ladies as the Big Smooth. Keep it tuned here. That's right, 2 Live Stews Radio.
Yo, this is your boy Keith C from the
Kicking It With Keith C show.
When I want to jam, I'm jamming with Queen Josie and DJ New as they're kicking those vibes.
We don't take orders from super fools. We give them.
Give it to you. Any and all resistance will crumble. Nonsense. There's never been a threat Squad couldn't handle. It is the purpose of the Squad to align our infamous forces against the powers of good and defeat them, leaving us, the rulers of the world.
Ladies and gentlemen, hear me and hear me good. If you like sports, then you like the Wait a Minute Show. If you like comedy, then you like the Wait a Minute Show. If you like a different opinion coming from a different angle, then you like the Wait a Minute Show. So join me Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with your host, Jelani J.B. Bodie. And of course, my man Lopan on the WaitAMinuteShow.com. Ain't that right, Lopan? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is your man, Jelani J.B. Bodie, host of this thing.
It's the Wait a Minute Show.
And my man, Lopan. Lopan, cheer up. Tell the people what's up.
Indeed.
All right, Lopan, me and Lopan is back. So you heard in that last commercial that I also do another show on Saturdays as well. So I do this one on Wednesdays, but Saturdays I do one on thewaitaminuteshow.com. You can go there and do the same thing. You listen to the show live 8 p.m. Saturday Eastern Standard Time, but I do double duty on those where I broadcast on Facebook Live as well as through the website. So you can watch the show or you can listen to the show as well. So tune in, tell someone, and go to the website. We got awesome, fan gallery, and also you get yourself a Wait a Minute Show t-shirt as well. So now we were talking before the break about, someone had a little bit of a homecoming and a little bit of a surprise. A little bit. Not total. A little bit. So Brock Osweiler has taken his butt back to the Denver Broncos. He signed basically on as a backup at this point. Paxton Lynch got injured. He's out about 5 weeks, I want to say. So Trevor Siemian is the starting quarterback, so he's in no danger of losing his, spot, I don't think, to Brock. But the reason I would say it's a little bit of a surprise is because how everything, went down, with Brock. So Peyton Manning retired and everyone, just assumed that Brock was going to be the next guy in line. He wanted to get paid a certain amount. John O was like, nah, I'm not paying you that much. You can take this or you can walk. And Brock said, all right, I'll walk. He went to Houston, Texas and stunk it up there. Houston said, you know what? I think we might have made a mistake. Let's go get ourselves another quarterback. And they said, we need to trade this guy. And they basically traded him to Cleveland and a draft pick just for Cleveland to take this guy. So now he goes to Cleveland. He's in Cleveland, and he gets cut during preseason. So he needs a place to go. Denver needs a backup quarterback. So he went back and got with his old team. So now this makes sense, though, for Brock Osweiler to go back to Denver because originally people expected him to be there in the first place. So some of the things that's there, same personnel from 2 years ago for the most part. C.J. Anderson, Demaryius Thomas, Emmanuel Sanders, all those guys, are still there. And Trevor Siemian he's the starting quarterback. They needed a backup, like I said before. Paxton Lynch is injured. He's out for about 5 weeks. So they needed someone that knew how the plays run or, they got a new, coach. So it's not going to be the same way. But as far as like their personnel packages. So Brock Osweiler made sense about that. But I think the most important part is that I don't think anybody else wanted him but Denver, and they got him for cheap. He's $775,000. I think that's the league minimum, veteran minimum. And Brock still gets his money because he had a guaranteed contract. So Cleveland's going to be paying about $15 million, in Brock's salary. So it's a win-win basically for both sides, I guess. Cleveland got them a draft pick. Brock still get his money, and the Broncos get themselves a backup quarterback for the next few weeks. And then if they want to send him on his way, they can send him on his way. Now, what happens if Trevor Siemian gets hurt? I'm just throwing a little monkey wrench out there. Is that what happens if Trevor Siemian gets hurt? And let's just say Brock steps in and he ends up being the guy that everyone thought he could be or possibly be after Peyton Manning left. We saw a little glimpse of it, when Peyton was hurt and Brock took over for that short stint when they made their Super Bowl run. Now, there are questions about, his delivery and everything. It's a long delivery. Maybe his accuracy and everything. Everyone will say he has a cannon, so that's not a problem. It's just where he chooses to place the ball, But what happens if that goes down? And when I say go down, Trevor Siemian goes down and Brock plays well. Could he stay there? Could he? If they start winning games, he ain't going nowhere. Let's just put it that way. Paxton Lynch he hasn't did anything that would solidify them to or solidify himself as the backup quarterback or the possible future. He hasn't did anything to prove to them, that they should keep him. Is it a mistake? We don't know yet. They drafted him in the first round. That still remains to be seen. He was looked at as a project quarterback anyway, but hey, so you got to take risk in this game. Vince Wright said, it's all about the Broncos defense. This is true, Vince. You have a very valid point. It is, about the Broncos defense, just like it was last year. But here's the thing with that, though, Vince, that I'm going to add on to your comment, about it being the defense. When they had Peyton Manning, and I've said this, and y'all hear me say, I said this, yes, because I like taking credit for stuff that's right. Even if I'm wrong, I'll say I'm wrong. So don't get it twisted. But they had that defense with Peyton Manning. They had that defense with Peyton Manning. I'm going to say that again. And the one thing I said Peyton Manning did anything, and the reason why I think they won the Super Bowl and they went back to Peyton from Brock was his decision making. Peyton was not 100%, but his brain was. His brain was 1,000%. That dude's head is enormous. And he would think about every situation and I can't do this, I can't do that. So instead of me trying to force it like a lot of quarterbacks would, he's like, I figured out another way. I just won't blow it. I got a defense. I don't think Brock can do anything like that. So they will be dependent on this defense, but if they can get some solid quarterback play, out of one of these guys, they're going to be good. They're going to be a team that you're going to have to worry about because they want to run the ball. They need C.J. Anderson to be healthy. They need C.J. Anderson, for the entire season. They got Jamal Charles, but Jamal Charles has had his injuries as well. So you can't put all your eggs in the Jamal Charles basket. Cedric Galloway said Osweiler is dumpster juice. So just that, me saying that came out of my mouth was nasty. So dumpster juice, that was a great description there, said. And Ben agrees. He said, yup. So that's all he had to say. Yup. But this offense, he did have some success in it, said. So we'll see. I know if he plays, I know you don't want that to happen, especially against your Raiders. That defense is a little iffy. But as of right now, yes, Osweiler is dumpster juice because everyone is dumping him and sending him on his way to other teams. So Brock Osweiler is back, and we're talking about him, and this will probably be it because as long as Trevor Siemian doesn't get hurt, then he'll just be another guy, collecting the check for probably a small amount of time before Paxton Lynch get back, and then they'll go ahead and give him his papers and send him on his way. I'm not happy about that. So don't take my voice as me saying, being happy about that. No. Never like anyone losing their job. But speaking of jobs, someone that's doing their job, and they're doing their job very, very well, like doing it and doing it and doing it well. Yeah, that's that LL. Aaron Donald has not reported nowhere near the facility for the Los Angeles Rams. And the reason is he's holding out. He wants more money. He wants more money. He wants more money. Do you agree? Do you think Aaron Donald should get more money? Me? Yes. I think so. But by the way how the rules are set up, this is the reason why Aaron Donald is sitting out. He is still under his rookie deal. And his rookie deal has a scale where each year he get paid a certain amount based off of where he got drafted. He got drafted in the first round. I want to say something like he was 13th pick or something like that. So very high draft pick. Let's just say that. Very high draft pick. And he's paid This is paid off. Now, I'm going to say some things here that may contradict themselves, but at the end, you will get what I'm saying. Vince